Well, new figures out today have revealed hundreds of Queensland teachers are taking leave due to increased violence in schools.
It's really worrying, isn't it? But the strain on our education system is felt nationwide, with stress, burnout, increased workloads, all to blame for teachers quitting in droves.
So how can we resolve the situation? For more, we're joined by former teacher Meg Durham in Melbourne. Good morning to you, Meg. You now work as a teacher wellbeing specialist. So can you talk us through a regular day in the life of an Australian educator? It's not just 9 till 3, is it?
No, it's not 9 till 3. An Australian educator wakes up and thinks about the day from the moment their eyes open. They're thinking about the day ahead. They're thinking about, what do my students need? What do my classes need? How do I contact parents? How do I work with leadership? How do I manage behaviours? They are on. And the emotional demands are sky high, as well as the administration. There is so much paperwork at the moment that teachers have to jump over just before they get into the classroom. And that's the plan. And we all know as teachers, the day never goes to plan.
Yeah, I've seen it firsthand. I've got two beautiful sisters who are great teachers, but many of them are leaving the industry. What can we do to better support their wellbeing?
Conversations like this are so important, and to really remind people that teachers are humans. They're not Mary Poppins, they're humans, they have their own lives outside of work, and they're doing everything they can in these circumstances. And we really need to galvanise as a community and support teachers, because this is not a teacher problem, this is a community problem. And we really need to support our teachers so they're in the best position to support our young people, so our young people can really learn and thrive.
How much does it come down to pay, Meg?
If you ask many teachers will say, yeah, pay is a part of it, but really it's that support piece and being acknowledged for the work that they're doing, and also how complex it is. Every school is so different. I walk into different schools across the country each week, and they are so different, the challenges in which they're faced.
Okay.
There's a lot of jibes. I mean, teachers are subjected to quite a few jibes, especially when it comes to school holidays, curriculum days, the likes. How much does that conversation that we have, and even those little jokes, it needs to change, right? It needs to be more respect.
It's absolutely exhausting hearing those comments day in and day out. And the other thing that we get is when someone says, oh, I'm a teacher, you get this, oh, gosh, I'd hate to be a teacher. That's the toughest job in the world. We really need to support our teachers and get behind them and think, you are doing such a service for our community. How can I better support you? How can we listen to our teachers, hear what they have to say, and give them what they need so they can get on and do the job of teaching?
Well, when people do have that reaction, how hard does it make it to find and retain good teachers? What more can be done about boosting the ranks?
At the moment, this is our biggest problem, because we do have registered teachers that are not willing to teach in the current system. And so we need to work really hard to engage the teachers that we do have in the classroom, for schools to think about, how can I keep the staff that I have? I was thinking just last week, we spend so much time promoting at the end of the year how many students got over 90 on what their score was. Let's celebrate how many teachers we've retained. How can we support our teachers to be in the classroom and be stimulated and want to be there?
And how much of that has to do with schools? Surely schools and principals have a role to play in all this so that they can make these changes, institutional changes?
Yes, principals have a big role, and we also need to identify that principals are under a lot of pressure too. Principals aren't there feeling all relaxed, thinking like, oh, this is easy. Principals under so much pressure, and they're doing the best they can with what they've got. So as a community, we really need to come together around this issue and move the conversation forward around what can we all do to contribute to this.
And just quickly, Meg, what should parents do? If you've got a good teacher at your school, what should you do to support them?
Let them know. I know myself, I've got children at school, and the teacher is absolutely exceptional. We sat down for parent-teacher interviews this week, and I just said, thank you so much. I've seen my young person thrive and grow under your care, and to see her face light up, that is so important, to let our teachers know that we really care. And particularly for parents, when you're feeling really emotional around an issue, just pause. Don't send the email straight away. Have a night's sleep, think about it, and then maybe send it later.
Meg Durham in Melbourne, a lot to think about right there. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Meg.
Thanks for having me.